This is the three-time Impact Wrestling X Division champion, the newest member of Bullet Club. I am the inevitable Ace Austin. And right now I want you to check out something on YouTube for me. If you're looking for some wrestling content on YouTube, go ahead and head over to the Nation Network. All right, they got some old school, they got some new school, and I'm willing to bet, chances are they've got something that you'll like, and that is inevitable.
Welcome to Ultra Pro Wrestling.
We welcome you, wrestling fans, right back here to the Nation Network for House of Honor.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Yamaguchi, Japan.
As we take a look at Aika Tangi, we've got a stacked card for you, ladies and gentlemen, tonight. It is going to be unbelievable action. You won't want to miss that. Featuring in our main event, we will crown tag team champions here at the House of Honor. It will be a three-way dance, and it is going to be off the hook. All three teams will be legal at one time until pinfall or submission.
Yeah, it's going to be a tremendous night tonight, and I've been looking forward to this. House of Honor has really been bringing it here in the UPW.
We understand that the newly crowned champion, Leviathan, is in the building. Don't know if we're going to be seeing him in action or not.
Well, one of the big names that's here tonight, and I do mean big names, is a man who had one hell of a showing the other night over at the Jungle Rumble, and that, of course, is Big Bone Malone.
Indeed, he'll be in action later on this evening. As we take a look at Hamura Shinszo coming down the aisle at this time in what promises to be a very intricate match between these two ladies. They are both extraordinarily talented in-ring performers. However, personalities are definitely going to be different in this one.
Yeah, Shinszo, she's a little bit more by the book. Her opponent, not so much.
Shinszo up to the ropes now, greeting the capacity crowd on hand here tonight. As we enter our second week of House of Honor here under the banner of the UPW, we remind everyone tomorrow will be the launch of Ultra Pro Wrestling's Monday Night Blast.
Yeah, open doors, man. Anyone under the banner of Ultra Pro Wrestling, whether that be here from House of Honor, whether that be from HCW, open door. Anybody can show up for that one.
No doubt about it. The fact that there's going to be a first is going to be a memorable card. I guarantee it. Oh, look at this. Tangi going straight to the kicks. Shinszo has been taken out of her game right off the bat.
Well, we talked about styles early on, right? This is what I kind of expected we were going to see out of Tangi.
Aika goes right back to work. And she is just giving her... oh, look at this. Shinszo's had about enough. Going for the neck breaker now, but Aika has a reversal.
Just when you think you've got all the answers, right?
Off the top of the big splash. That's going to leave a mark. Going for the cover, hooks the leg. Will that be enough for the victory? No, 2 count.
Shinszo had to kick out with all she had. And now Himura catching some more.
Code breaker, and that one's going to be it.
Could have been, but she decides to do more punishment.
Into the cutter. Oh, this is it. She's got the octopus on, and that's going to spell the end of the match, I am sure.
We don't see many people escape this one, and she is pulling back. She is stretching her.
This is what Tangi does so well. Referee right there to see if Himura is going to give it up, but she does not. Shinszo sent to the ropes, back out front. They collide, nobody getting the advantage out of that one.
Himura really hasn't been able to turn the page in this one. I mean, it's been almost all one-sided.
Oh, they double locked. And right there, the back heel trip, giving momentary advantage. But she just can't string any offense together as Tangi driving those knees right into the ribcage.
Both these ladies are trained in many forms of martial arts. But thus far, it looks like it's been one-sided, and this might be over.
It is over. Aika Tangi is going to score a very important victory here tonight. And we're going to take a look at the replay, figure out how that happened.
I'll tell you who needs to be looking at the replay to figure out how that happened. And it's not Aika Tangi.
Here is your winner.
Very impressive victory indeed. When we come back, fans, more action. Stay with us.
You will never pin me. Now it's everybody's favorite time.
All right, we are back and ready for our next matchup.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 412 pounds.
Big Bone Malone, we mentioned earlier. He went in at number 1 and was there when the final 3 were in the ring.
Yeah, and he came very close to being one of the last 2. We talk about open invitations. That was an open invitation. But Big Bo Malone calls the House of Honor his home. And tonight, he's extended another open invitation. He says, I want anyone who wants to get in the ring with me.
Coming to you live on the Nation Network, ladies and gentlemen, this is the House of Honor. As he looks towards the ramp, waiting to see if anybody wants to step in the ring. Hold on just a moment. Is this? Oh, we've heard about this one.
And his opponent from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 249 pounds, the Prototype.
The Prototype, what the hell?
Yep. There's been a lot of buzz about this guy, and I'd heard he may be showing up, but here he is. But you're going to make your first entrant here into the House of Honor going up against Big Bo Malone. One way or another, you're going to make a statement. Big Bo Malone waiting patiently in the corner and just clobbering the Prototype down.
Well, thank you for coming, but things aren't looking too good right now.
Well, I can tell you one thing right now, watching Big Bo Malone in this match right here, I think he's not at all happy with the way things went at the Jungle Rumble. He's got him up. Prototype in trouble. Oh, my goodness, just threw him into the turnbuckles. Big Bo Malone standing tall. And the Prototype is in a world of trouble right now. Brings him back in the ring the hard way, as they say. And now the Prototype getting him down with a big clothesline, and that's not an easy task to pull off.
No, I'll tell you what, Big Bo Malone, look at him get right back. Oh, he's pissed. He is pissed.
That clothesline rocked the big man, got him off his feet. But there's an old saying about waking an angry bear, or in this case, perhaps giant. And look at this, after a DDT, he's gonna go for the cover.
Cover, yes, one count only, not even. I don't think the referee's hand actually hit the mat.
Prototype now starting to put some offense together, but he's been busted open. He's in a lot of trouble right now. Malone, what's he going to do with him here? Oh, he's got him up for the power bomb. Wait. Drops him across the top rope. I thought he was going to do something far worse.
I'm not sure he wasn't planning on doing something far worse.
This crowd on its feet for Big Bo Malone. Over the top rope and to the floor he goes. Look at Malone over the top rope.
And he does it with ease.
Continues to clobber. And now Prototype sent into the guardrail. Brings him, oh, dropped him head first.
Things are going from bad to worse for this guy, Prototype. Maybe you start out with like Dewey Jobs when you get here, you know?
Probably would have been in his best interest. Nothing against old Dewey, but Malone just continuing. Oh, now they exchange blows here ringside. Headbutt and down goes the Prototype.
That headbutt knocked him out cold. I don't think he's getting back up.
The winner, Big Bone Malone, and what a victory that was. Hold on just a moment.
The House of Honor champion just got in the face of Big Bone Malone.
What a showdown we saw moments ago.
Scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Little Rock, Arkansas, weighing in at 230 pounds.
Madman Maddox makes his way down the aisle, always with a steel chair in hand.
Well, he's always angry too, but I'll tell you what, there's a different look in his eyes this time than last time we saw him because of what happened at the hands of Tommaso Ciampa.
Ciampa beat the ever-living life out of him. You see the blood stains still remaining on that shirt. He refuses to change that shirt.
Well, I asked him about that earlier tonight, as a matter of fact, and he had an interesting perception of it. He says, listen, every time I look at this shirt, it's going to remind me of what I want. And what I want is to take out Tommaso Ciampa.
Well, tonight is an opportunity against Drew Gulak, the former House of Honor champion.
Weighing in at 193 pounds, Drew Gulak.
When you talk about former champion, this guy, he took on Leviathan, and he was destroyed by Leviathan. We thought there would be a much tougher match being the defending champion. Now he comes back, going to get in the ring with Madman and try and get the wins back that he's going to need.
Well, as a former champion, we know he's got a mandatory return match. He hasn't exercised that yet, but it's only a question of when. But even in saying that, unless he learned a lot from his last time in the ring with Leviathan, I just don't know how he turns that outcome around. Bell sounds, and here we go. Action underway. Madman going straight to work on Gulak. Big right hand, and down he goes.
Starting to hear the voices again. Never good.
Gulak has him on the shoulders. Series of elbows. And now running DDT. And Gulak just slapping the taste right out of him. Gulak sets him up right now. Stomp on the head.
You got to wonder how much Gulak knows about what happened to him the last time he was out there. Gulak and Tommaso Ciampa, they're not exactly strangers to one another.
No, as a matter of fact, there is a kinship of sorts between them. A friendship, if you want to call it that. Meeting of the minds, perhaps more accurate. Oh, what a nice move right there. Perfectly timed. Series of rights and lefts finding the mark. There's a headbutt. Down he goes.
Again, you got to wonder about this guy. He's not all there, that's for sure.
Winding up the arm. Cross the midsection with that back kick. And now the headbutt takes him down. Want to welcome everyone joining us here live on the Nation Network for House of Honor Wrestling. Sends him into the turnbuckle and now follows him in. Series of right hands. Going to work, and Gulak collapsing down in the corner.
Man, that running knee strike, and I'll tell you what, if you're Tommaso Ciampa, you better be watching this. You better be keeping a close eye because there is a statement being made here.
You have to wonder how much of this fire was actually lit by Tommaso Ciampa. And look at this, down in a small package. Gulak showing that just that easily this could turn around. So while he's been on the receiving end for most of the match, it seems, look at this, off the top rope with a missile drop kick to the floor.
That's going to take a lot out of both men.
Gulak has definitely done the better job of returning from that impact. Now attacking the arm, and he's got that whammy bar locked in tight, pulling back on it. Back into the ring he goes. Referee's count continues, and now we get a look. Oh, look at this. Gulak caught it.
Maddox right there had an opportunity, and he knew it.
What is he doing? Going underneath the ring. He's got a steel chair. We know that's his favorite go-to weapon.
This is not a non-disqualification match, however, and he better be really careful.
Oh, going down the gullet. He's passed out. Referee busy with the chair.
Man, he would have had him if not for that distraction.
Gulak trying to pick his moment. Up and down with a pile driver. Man Maddox thinks he's got him. He does, and it's a huge victory. Oh, wait a minute. Ciampa cleaning house.
He's taking out everybody.
Message sent. We try to restore some order here, ladies and gentlemen. Security taking Tommaso Ciampa out.
It is a triple threat match. Making his way to the ring from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 238 pounds.
Here comes rock solid Rock Ripley making his way down, the California native. Trying to put some wins together. Everybody right now is on the same page. They're coming into a brand new organization, looking to get it off to a solid, pardon the pun, first step, and they want to all move up the ladder as quickly as possible, and you do that by scoring victories.
100% accurate, and that is what they are all doing. Triple threat match, that's a little different. It's not like one-on-one. We just saw the former champion drop his second consecutive match. Now, the only thing in his favor is, yes, he has a mandatory return match, but if not for that, he'd definitely be on the bottom of the pile looking up right now, and that's not a good place to be early on.
And his opponents, first from San Juan, Puerto Rico, weighing in at 215 pounds.
Kiki Ramirez making his way towards the ring. A lot of things I've heard about this gentleman.
He's a definite luchador in his own way, man. He's very proud of his heritage. Bringing his talent here to Ultra Pro Wrestling, but more specifically, he is an exclusive here in the House of Honor.
Indeed, there are those who are gypsies, but then there are those who are signed and sealed, and this is one that is signed and sealed. Send some shout-outs for joining us here today. We've got Prime Time in the House ICW, Andrew Roberts.
15 pounds.
Corey Andrews is here as well as we take a look at one of the hottest signings they've had.
Gunnar Lovelady. When asked about his accomplishments, he mentioned the fact that he's very proud of the fact that he's just scored his third consecutive clean STD test.
Yeah, but apparently a paternity test wasn't quite as easy as that one was.
Welcome to Corey Andrews. William Weir's in the house. DHC joining us as well. Juan Cordero, welcome aboard.
Well, these are three top names, three top signings here in House of Honor. Now the question is, which one's going to come out on top here in this triple threat match?
Gunnar Lovelady's got to be one of the favorites, but I'll tell you what. Strong influence by the 80s, just looking at him. And now Kiki gets caught with a knee right to the head. And Ripley. And the referee's getting caught up in the mix of all this, too. He shouldn't be in the middle of the ring at any point in time.
No, he needs to move himself out to the corner and stay there. There's enough action taking place with these three guys. The last thing you need is to put a referee in the middle of it.
Rock Ripley, probably the biggest man in this match. But that all said, there's a lot of talent in that ring right now. Lovelady in the corner waiting. Look at Kiki. As Ramirez with the head scissor takes him all the way down. Springboard. Nobody home.
Always got to be alert in a triple threat match. You might know where the one guy is that's beating on you, but you have to know where the other guy is as well.
Going underneath the ring now. A lot more leniency in a triple threat match when it comes to the officiating. And that sledgehammer going to work on Kiki, who follows up with a clothesline. This Latin standout continues to bring his A game.
You look at the Puerto Rican history in the world of professional wrestling. Some big names for sure have come through the pike. Kiki says he's going to be one of the best of all time. He styles and patterns himself after the Lucha Libre style, and we almost had a win right there.
Indeed, Lovelady came very close. Gunnar dropping him head first. And now Kiki racked up a little bit. And yes, Kiki indeed spent a lot of time in Mexico, considers it his second home. At one point in time was actually trained by the legendary Tito Santana, was Kiki Rodriguez. And now look at this. Big caning opportunity. Comes up short, and there's the back heel kick. Slam dunk. Not enough for the win, though.
Well, he had the right idea. Kiki was on the floor. That's when you want to try and take advantage. Knowing no one's going to break up a pinfall attempt, but Kiki managed to regain himself and get back in there in time to save.
Single fall or pin will determine this one. Out to the floor goes Gunner, and now it's a one-on-one springboard. Went for the back elbow, nobody home. Ripley thinks he's got him. There's two, and almost.
Shout out to Keith O'Toole joining us here live on the Nation Network for House of Honor action.
Ripley lost the kendo stick, and now Kiki Ramirez is going to town. Oh, double team! Holy smokes!
Somebody call Mark Fuhrman.
That was brutal. Ripley stayed on the outside as that pinfall was taking place. I don't know if I can blame him. They beat him senseless.
Well, he is the biggest threat in the match. He's got the size and strength advantage, and it's not like that was a bad idea.
Ripley now pulling him over. Off the top, and springboard knees come up. Gunner once again going to work with that kendo stick. And the knees again come up.
That's 2 attempts, 2 fails.
Kiki's in trouble. Once again. Rocker dropper. Will that be enough for the win? Hooks the leg. No one's going to make a save.
Oh, he pulled out of it somehow.
Well, that is definitely not something Gunner is used to hearing. Tying up back in the middle of the ring now is Kiki Ramirez. Has regained his composure now, setting up here from the middle. Oh, my goodness! The Puerto Rican Destroyer.
That or the Diablo Buster, whatever you want to call it, but yeah, he just took him out.
Can't tell if it's blood on the face of Gunner or if it's just a smear of his lipstick. Oh, and now revenge. Kiki able to make the save, and this one just keeps on going. German suplex by Ramirez. And Ripley in trouble now. Oh, look at this. Ties him up, and he's going to try and draw submission.
Very close to gaining that win. Kiki getting right back up. Takes out Gunner, and he's out to the floor. Now it's back to one-on-one in the ring if he can focus.
Well, he's going to take advantage of the situation. Ripley still hasn't managed to get up, and he's done. Kiki Ramirez with a huge win here tonight on House of Honor.
Well, we take a look at the replay, and boy, oh boy, there was some great stuff happening in this match. While it's every man for himself, there are moments where you work together, and that's what led to this right here.
Here is your winner.
Kiki Ramirez victorious, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, more action and still to come. The tag team titles will be decided in a three-way dance in our main event. Stay with us.
It's time to grab your popcorn and your soda. Get your favorite candy. And get ready because we are going to the movies. we're going to be watching and reviewing some of the most iconic movies featuring superstars of the world of professional wrestling. Will it be thumbs up or thumbs down? We'll give you our thoughts, you give us yours. Come check us out as we review some of the greatest titles in its genre. Make sure you check out the Nation Network as we take you to the movies.
All right, fans, it is time for our main event.
Only thing we need is, I don't know, some challengers.
The following contest is a triple threat tag team match and is for the Tag Team Championship. On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 456 pounds.
Well, these two gentlemen coming to us by way of Las Vegas. They are the Dice Twins, Rolla and Sheikah, and they were both participants recently in the Jungle Rumble.
Not only participants, but one came extraordinarily close to becoming the HCW World Champion, just short.
Indeed, that was Rolla. The last man standing next to Pork Chop, and of course we know how that turned out. One thing these three teams do have in common is they all agreed to sign exclusives with House of Honor.
And at a combined weight of 476 pounds.
As we take a look at Northern Lightning by way of Canada. That's Thunder Rogers in the ring right there. Flash Elliott, his tag team partner.
A lot of potential, but both of these teams right here that we've already seen come down to the ring would be amazing representation. Whether you like them or don't like them, you can't take away the talent.
And that leads us to our third and final team challenging here tonight for the House of Honor Tag Team Championship. Fans, tomorrow, we tell you up front, it is going to be an exciting night of wrestling action. It'll be Monday Night Blast as we take a look at the final team.
A combined weight of 430 pounds.
Los Toros Muertos.
Over the top rope and in. All three of these teams are going to be bringing something very unique to this match. Different styles, yes, definitely. But at the same time, all three very capable of winning this match at any point in time. La Corona just got nailed and his shoulders are down. Meantime, Los Jesus locking up with, I believe it's Thunder Rogers over there. A lot of action going on. Very hard to tell some of them apart. We got the Dice Twins, and man, oh man, the bodies are just going all over the place right now. Referee, good luck.
Yeah, this one is going to be a true challenge for anybody, but especially for the referee.
Backstabber. Roll of Dice just got taken out with that Hurricane Rana. And now look at this. Nice slide through. Comes up with a spinning drop kick. But then pays the price as Elliott was right there with a clothesline. Now Elliott rolls up into a Boston Crab.
Save was made. Had to be made by Los Huertos.
And now Los Huesos out to the floor. La Corona on the floor as well. And now it's one-on-one in the ring. We'll see how long that holds up. There's the roll through again. Flash has him in the crab. Here comes his brother to make the save.
Shake was about to give it up, I think. Rolo comes in and makes a big save.
Elliott sending him into the turnbuckle, and now Flash Elliott in control. Well, he was until he met that big knee, and now all of a sudden the tide has completely turned. The team from Mexico starting to really put some offense together here. Face first, down he goes. Fans, we want to invite you to stick around right after the main event is over. We will have an open forum. You are invited to stick around, bring your questions and your thoughts. Press overhead and drops him. La Corona is down. Another opportunity there squandered. Bodies are flying everywhere, as we knew there would be. Sling blade.
La Corona doing a great job right there with that side shot. Oh, look out, look out, look out. Almost put him away.
Didn't get a good look at it, but seems like Thunder Rogers may have been busted open.
Wouldn't be surprised at all with everything that's happening in this match. Near impossible to call the action as it's happening.
There's no downtime whatsoever. If you're down, immediately someone's right there to take advantage. Nice cross body, hooks the leg for the win. One. Oh, comes out the back door. I thought that was it.
Would have been, could have been. Flash Elliott was able to survive it. What a nice Hurricane Runner that was.
Oh, into the shotgun. And now here comes the plunder.
For a place called House of Honor, these guys sure like to use baseball bats and sticks a lot.
Well, the rules will permit it, so as long as that's part of the rules, don't know that you can really blame them. Everybody wants to be not only the tag team champions, but the first tag team champions, because you will always remember the first.
Yeah, that's what they say. Unless your name happens to be Lovelady. You know, I'm not sure Gunner remembers his last.
Up in the air with that suplex, holding them on the floor. Could not get it to completion. And now look at this. La Corona's up and down on the floor.
Los Huesos is in trouble on the floor, in the ring rather. And now those kendo stick shots taking their toll.
Oh, he's got him tied up for a submission. Save was made at the last possible second.
Thunder Rogers almost missed the opportunity. I think he thought he was going for a pinfall.
Northern Lightning doing a great job right now of working together in this match, and it's hard to work together when you've got so much happening. Up across the shoulder. What's he going to do with him? You've got two teams in the ring and one solo performer at the moment. And indeed, Rogers has been busted open. Going for the cover after the big clothesline. Here's two.
Shake barely got out of that one.
The Dice Twins really feel that this is their night. Drop kick right there, perfectly timed, perfectly executed. And now he's got the arm trapped into a suplex. Lightning strikes. Save is made as that blood continues to flow, and now going for the win.
Shake almost had it, couldn't finish it up, and now meantime we've got in the ring.
Look at this, off to the top rope and down with a double sledgehammer. Will that be enough? Nope, save is made right there by La Corona. Los Jesus outside the ring.
Jesus is really picking his time right now. He's taking a bit of a beating. One thing about being a masked wrestler is it hides a lot of the emotion, and it's hard to tell exactly what they're feeling, how much pain and agony they're in.
Textbook Hurricane Rana, nicely done, and Corona going out to the floor.
Take a line with mine, please.
Reverse Hurricane Rana. Los Jesus was going, oh, now it's 2 against 1. There's a running neck breaker. Northern Lightning might be able to put this one away.
Shake just caught him with that spinning kick to the head. Look out, this could be it.
Going for the win. Nice hip toss, comes up, drop kick to the chest. Bodies everywhere now, pulling away on the arm. Softening him up perhaps. We've got one representative from each team. Well, we did. And now Dice. Pulling the arm again. And Rola's got that kendo stick. Los Jesus has got to come up with an answer, and perhaps he's got it. He's on the top rope, ready. What's he going here? Oh, what a bulldog right on top of the stick, no less.
I don't know how much more damage the stick did. That move on its own was enough.
We might have our champions. Oh, it was that close.
That is what we call ring awareness. Thunder Rogers was able, from outside the ring, was able to tell that it was time to get back in.
What a move! Dice has got the stick now. Los Jesus, nicely done on the head scissor. Into the turnbuckle now. Whoa, right into the double boot to the face. Corona just dropped him with a muscle buster maneuver. And now from the top rope.
Was going for Thunderstruck, didn't happen.
You've got to begin to wonder how much longer can these men continue getting up from the punishment they are inflicting upon one another.
Well, we called it a main event. It's living up to the main event status. But it just goes to show you how much the tag team titles mean to all 6 of these guys.
Los Esos, 2 3/4 count, couldn't put him away. Meantime, we've got a submission taking place, perhaps. Shake Dice. God, wait a minute, and it's over. The Dice Boys are victorious.
Wow, I'll tell you what. We saw a little bit of everything in this one.
Chaotic, to say the least. As we take a look at the replay of some of the moments from this one, and it has been a memorable night here at House of Honor. Once again, fans, stick around. We're going to be coming right back. Don't have to go anywhere. With an open forum, as there are the brand new House of Honor Tag Team Champions, the Dice Boys, Shake and Rolla. We'll return in just a moment. Don't you dare go away.
Good morning, everybody. Got a good crowd on hand here today. I thought I'd stick around for a few. Well, as far as 2K is concerned, that went better than the Jungle Rumble did. Let me try and catch up a little bit on some of the chat going on here. It's very hard for me to maintain what's going on in the chat while I'm trying to do all the stuff on the backside here as well. It's a bit crazy, to say the least. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these. I'm having a blast putting them together. Got that little trailer video going now to see the actual artwork versus the 2K23. And I'm still tweaking several of them as we go. I'm not 100% sold on a few of them yet, but most of them, I think, are where I'm going to leave them. Corey was saying that the dude with a star reminds him of Stunning Steve Austin. See, when I saw that, the first thing I thought of was a combination of Magnum TA and Barry Windham. That's who it reminds me of. And that's Blue Collar Bill Dollar we're talking about. Now, the Dice Twins, who are now the new tag team champions here in House of Honor, I didn't really get anything. I mean, yeah, you could say Harlem Heat, I suppose. I thought that War Island had more of a Harlem Heat thing going on with the flames on the side and stuff like that. I really felt like Dice was pretty much its own thing, and that's what I like about him. But, yeah, there's definitely every one of his creations has, and it's got to. I mean, the guy's a wrestling fan his whole life. So, yes, there are going to be elements of those things that are going to come through the artwork. But at the same time, I feel like they're very much unique unto themselves. I really totally don't agree with the Terry Funk comments, though. I never saw Terry Funk on what we really want to see happen. It still isn't where I want it. Where I want it is if there's 100 run-ins, I get to choose which ones and which guys. And one of the things they took away that I really hate
is the fact that, let's say I just wanted to have a match, which we ended up having at work tonight this way, and it's what I wanted anyway. And that was the scene with Big Bone Malone getting, after the match, confronted by Leviathan. And that's kind of what I wanted to have happen. So the fact that I was able to kind of negotiate through that, but there was also a certain luck of the draw that was an option for me. It wouldn't necessarily have had to work out that way, and then I wouldn't have been able to do what I wanted to do. So by happy coincidence, the show went pretty well tonight, as I would have wanted to book it. DHC, thank you, man. I appreciate you. You know that. Yeah, man, talk about extreme. There was that moment in the tag team match where they were just waylaying. No, not that day, with the triple threat match, where they're going to town on old Rock Solid there, boy. I was like, holy cow, man. That's got a certain Rodney King vibe to it there. That was a little brutal. One's got a baseball bat, one's got a kendo stick. I'm like, damn, this game is legit violent. Then Prototype gets the loss, but gets the loss by a count out. Doesn't hurt him too much. Yeah, I don't know who this Cena guy is you're talking about. But this Prototype, he's supposed to be a real deal. But man, you don't pick the biggest dog in the house. This isn't prison, man. Maybe it is. Yeah, next weekend, you mentioned WrestleMania. That's when we're going to be doing our WrestleMania. On Saturday, the plan is, I'm still not entirely sure what time, though. And as I'm saying that, it may end up being Sunday, only because the time I'd be able to do it would probably cut right into the real WrestleMania, and ain't nobody going to watch this if WrestleMania is on, so I might wait till Saturday when I can do it, or Sunday when I can do it like this during the daytime. Madman definitely has Cactus Jack vibes. I mean, he's that chaotic nut. And the character, when you look at the illustration, again, what reminds me of and who it reminds me of, I see a cross between a Cactus Jack and a Terry Funk. He's not built like Cactus Jack, even though he's a little maniacal like him, but then the trunks kind of remind me of Terry Funk a bit. So if I was going to say anyone remind me of Terry Funk, it would probably be more in that vein than the other. But I like me some Madman. A lot of potential there. Cactus Jack's lost son. Could be. Just reading through them here. Rock Ripley for the win. Did he get the win? I already forgot. I know he was close a couple of times. And again, the red, white, and blue looks like a Puerto Rican version of Terry Funk. Hey, whatever it reminds you of, as long as it's wrestling. Yeah, that Canadian Destroyer was vicious, wasn't it? By the way, if you guys don't watch Impact as much as I keep telling you should, Scott D'Amore made his return. Not that he was ever really gone, but his storyline return on Friday night at the pay-per-view and delivered a Canadian Destroyer, and it was fucking amazing. I mean, he ain't no young man, and he's a big old roly-poly, but boy, oh boy, that was one of my favorite moments of the night. I'm not going to lie. I marked out for that one. I was like, oh, shit. I thought he was just going to go for a pile driver or something, but then next thing you know, he's flipping, and I'm like, damn. Vince McMahon, hold my beer. Did Ramirez get the win? Very good. It's sad. I already forgot. I've got so much going on in my head right now. I always go back and before I do the next show lineups, and I'll go back and watch a previous show or two and just see, where did this one end up? Do we want to follow up on it? Things like that. And also the comments that you guys leave also lets me know what you guys are finding interest in. So, no holds barred. Yeah, me and Jay are overdue. We were supposed to do one like a week ago, but with this game out and we're both trying to put our rosters together and stuff. But we have a triple pack Hogan DVD set. And you guys a few weeks back voted on a number 1, 2, or 3, not knowing. And you guys picked number 2. So when I open the case, whichever the second disc is what we're going to be watching. So it's either going to be No Holds Barred, The Nanny, or Suburban Commando. 2 out of 3 of those are going to be killers to get through. I can watch No Holds Barred. As bad as it is, it's good. Button Bashers Gaming. Dude, I get it. And if you have 2K22, unless you're in love with the war games, I wouldn't spend the money on this. Because that is literally, and not for anything, half of this ain't working again. And it's all stuff that was never a problem before, which is what pisses me off. And by the way, they did not still fix the fact that if I set up a card and I put a championship title match on, and then I save the card and come back, let's say, the next day, you have to put the title back on again because it drops off. And I thought that was fixed, but no. So over a year later, they still don't give a shit about Universe. Midnight Express in the Hall of Fame. Well, first reason is they never really competed in the WWF, so there's that. Having said that, it hasn't stopped them from putting Carlos Colon in and a bunch of other names that never competed in, Abdullah the Butcher. I can't think of a good reason. I really can't. And it's sad that if you did it now, you're doing it without Bobby. And I'd love to see the Midnight Express. I'd love to see them do a season of, and they won't because they don't feel there's money in it. But I'd like to see them do a season DLC pack that has 7 or 80s wrestlers. Have your Rock and Roll Express back, Midnight Express back, and then, you got your Ric Flair, throw that in there. Maybe bring Lex Luger back, and then it really was. But we're still getting used to things, and I don't really see a need to mess with the sliders very much because, as you guys have seen, Big Bone Malone was number 1 in the jungle and ended up being at the end and could have won the whole damn thing. So I'm not a big fan of messing with the sliders at this point. I think they're doing pretty good on their own. Well, prime time, if you're going to wait for them to fix Universe mode, then you're going to wait for 2K24. Because they're just not going to. It's been a year now, and it's still not working, and now they've broken more stuff that wasn't broke to begin with. So your best bet, if we're lucky, they'll get it back to where it was a year ago. It's not going to be any better than that. But I'm not even sure they're going to fix the stuff that's wrong. Yeah, good point there. Button Basher brings up. For those of you that have already, like myself, thank you so much for contributing to Ultra Pro Wrestling's Kickstarter campaign. We are so close to the next tier, and look at the extra stuff you'll get for that and how much better the game will be. We just got to get a little more money together. So if everybody even chipped in $2 or $3, that would go a long way. $10 would push us probably over just with the Nation Network alone. I mean, he's getting a lot of airtime now, and he's on a bunch of other shows. He's got wrestling magazine or gaming magazines covering the game now. He's really starting to get some traction. Hell, even a couple of WWE superstars have reached out to him and said, make this happen. Team OVW. Well, I don't know. Who do we have for Team OVW? We've got Leviathan and we've got the Prototype. But other than that, oh, I guess we got Randy. I forgot about Randy. Blazed Radio in the house. Happy WrestleMania week to you too, my brother. Prime time, I'm with you. I love Impact Wrestling. Love it to death. They lost both champions this week to legit injury. Josh Alexander already gave up the wood. Why not? Now, would they add Jim Cornette as the manager? Because how could you have the Midnight Express without Jim Cornette as the manager? Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Steiner DLC. That's about all I'm looking forward to out of the DLC. But you did a Battle Royal or a Royal Rumble where Andre was number one? How long says I'm in? Oh, damn, it's getting late. All right, boys and girls and children of all ages, thank you for being here today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the comments, because, again, the biggest difference for creators like myself and Blaze and people that do what we do, we hope you guys are enjoying it, and we rely on the comments, whether it's live streaming or whether it's people watching it later on in the day, because that's the only, we don't get that same feedback that wrestlers get in real life, which is real time. Immediately they know if it's going well or not. We really rely on you guys and your feedback, so I want to thank you guys, because we've not had this kind of feedback on this channel in a very long time, since switching over here to HCW and House of Honor and Ultra Pro Wrestling in general. So it's revitalized me, and I still think that might be a key factor. And if I'm having a good time, hopefully it transitions over to you guys having a good time, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day. 20-man Royal Rumble, he came in at number one and was there at the end and won the whole thing. Again, it seems like the sliders where they're at aren't such a bad thing. I don't personally feel a need to mess with them at this point. All right, I got to get ready to go. I got some things to do this afternoon. I will be back on later tonight, and I think I'd say about 85% likely we're going to be doing the Nintendo 64 and breaking in the No Mercy cart, which I have never played. It'll be my first. Want to see me lose my virginity? Come back here tonight around 7:30-ish, I'm thinking. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you guys right here later on ringside. So long and good night.